Okay, let's try that all again. So welcome into this best of three. This is going to be between Joe Tormgate here in the blue Vanguard and ARMA in the red Celestial. What did we miss? I don't think a lot so far.
No, it was all like first 10, 20 seconds of stuff.
And so much so that while they're chatting in Korean, if you speak Korean, you might be able to follow them. I do not. But it doesn't look like Joe Tormgate has built anything yet. This is an interesting build. I haven't seen this version before. So these are two Raxes, but they're late. Maybe what we're seeing here is we saw that scan go down.
I
And
think it was a mind game.
yeah, the scan saw nothing there, and then he waits for the scan to end and then builds two racks to be like, no, I'm actually going to be aggressive.
Yeah, I like that. We're already seeing mind games in Stormgate, and like we haven't even hit version 0.2 yet. I love it.
And speaking
Oh,
of mind games, there's something going on here with the. Oh, I've never
that's
seen
so
this.
annoying. Because yeah, you can build there. As long as there's a cascade field, and then like it's almost unscoutable unless a flying unit goes over, or if the dog comes by and does his little puppy wolf.
Yeah, I think this is for creeping with Sovereign's Watch. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep my eye on this. We do have two pups. Looks like preparing for some creeping here, and two more on the way. So those two racks have been heavy dog play to start out, and two power banks in the trees. Interesting. Okay, and Morph Core. I'm sort of mesmerized by the celestial opening here. Okay, so now it's getting a little bit more normal creation chambers. This is the third creation chamber out. And we didn't
Oh, you know
see.
what I think that is? I think that's I was wondering why, because like, all right, maybe the dog will still scout those power banks inside of the trees, and then nothing is really hidden at all. But the reason that he built them inside of the trees is to prevent the dogs from even getting to them. So
Oh,
now, like,
yeah.
he doesn't have to worry about lancers. He doesn't have to worry about dogs. Like,
Yeah.
it's just those power banks are safe.
Yeah, and they do, because of their light armor status, they would melt to dogs and lancers. So yeah, I think you're bang on there. And for
All
instance,
right,
like the
but
creation chambers are heavy, luminite
yeah,
or the yeah,
and it
everything
seems like
else
that
is
was the right
heavy.
call too, because we're seeing mass dog coming on out.
Yeah, here they come. And they're gonna do this thing where they take both of the speed camps, so they have double the speed boost, and that just makes them extra annoying, extra hard to deal with.
Speedy, speedy boys.
Here they come. But there's a morph core army here. I love the it. I feel like this has got to be some meta between these two. Like maybe Arma has played J Tormgate before and knows like dogs are coming.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's a very you have a lot of options with a morph core rush, just because like early game there aren't many things that shoot up. Well, I say that, and here's the hedgehogs at 413,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
just showing up to your opponent's main with morph cores and like throwing down a creation chamber, making that the prime, and then just dumping out argents is
power bank
really
going
good.
down. Another one gets summoned. It's gonna get focused.
He's at 0 power though. He's not hurting that bad anymore.
And I think that's because exactly what you said. Those two power banks in the woods there are keeping him powered up.
Yeah. A virtual Hansel and Gretel situation. Those power banks in the woods. Oh man. So I don't think we've had early access. I think closed beta was active in February of 24. But before that, we saw a mech bay skin where like it would there were like little candy hearts that were going around the mech bay, and we didn't get that in the most recent Anyway, this is me using a lot of words to say that I hope we get Valentine's Day, like, event things
I
for the
see.
structures
Okay,
or for the
okay.
units.
That was a lot of where I was wondering where you're going with that. I'm like, I remember playing that closed beta. That was my first introduction to the game. But
There
you're
was
right.
a short that they released on their official YouTube channel showing the candy hearts going around. But anyway,
Oh, actually,
one of these 10 to
I
next
joined in
100
the
will do.
April one, the April 15th. That was really April 30th.
Yeah, I think
That
that
was
was when I got
Frigate.
in as well.
But actually,
Yeah.
these dogs are trying to do a lot of damage here. The hedgehogs are now getting on top of this power bank. Bye bye power bank. But Kree are out, and we're still seeing 3 morph cores above as sort of a defensive unit. I mean, maybe we'll see more of this in the future.
Yeah, maybe. They just don't, like, how much damage do they do? I want to say it's like 6 damage a shot. It's
I
nothing
that's
big.
my guess too. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 damage plus 6 to light.
Okay, so 8 damage against light units. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, and this whole army is light units. So, ooh, some scout
Oh,
Krees
no
getting
rollout
taken
on
out.
those Kree. That's a sad Kree
Yeah.
noises. Wait, I've got the sad Kree noises.
You've got them.
There we go.
That's just sad everything. Okay, their rollout just finished.
There we go. Roly
Yeah.
polies are done. Those Kree would have had beautiful connections on that big hedgehog ball, but alas, upgrade timings do matter.
Mm-hmm. With that said, Arma is a little bit ahead in supply, so they've been trading a little bit, but it looks like maybe in Arma's favor.
Ahead in
Ooh,
supply and eco as well. I think he's up to what, 4, 5 arrays now.
right. Let's take a quick look. Oh, that's a morph core waiting to be one. 1, 2, 3. Either of these ones. 4, 5. With a morph core for the 6th on the way. So definitely getting some eco advantage. Though we're seeing the 3rd base not saturated yet from jotormgayt. But this one
Yeah,
is.
still macroing up, but we're seeing Arma's army at the gates here. Gonna put some pressure on.
Opening.
Yeah, and we're already seeing these Kree get beautiful connections on the Bobs, but the Bobs are tanky enough, and the Lancers show up to do that bonus to light.
Yeah.
More Kree show up to get into the worker line here.
I think this was just a bait to try and get those units up on the high ground so they could come and harass down on the low ground here.
Yeah.
Now they did have to sacrifice those Kree. I don't know if he got the damage down that he really needed.
No, I don't think he did.
I mean,
That was yeah.
he
That
did
was
get those
almost
Kree
just
out of there, so 7 of the Kree got out, and he only had to sack 4 up at the top, so maybe he did.
I don't know that he got his money's worth though. I don't like if there was a Bob that fell, I didn't see it.
That's true. He was harassing these Bobs, but I didn't necessarily see any of them go down.
Yeah, they all look like they're down to like 2 or 1 square of health.
Ooh, here we go, though. Now
There
we're
we go.
seeing the Bobs go down, and the Hedgehogs try and get up, but now the Bobs turn and fight. That's not good.
Oh, beautiful! It's a near surround, semicircle surround
So
with these
many,
Kree.
yeah, so many Hedgehogs got taken out there, and continue to. Lone Lancer gets surrounded and chopped up. And while this is going on, there's also Kree trying to get on the mineral line again. This is so hard to deal with. You need to be able to micro so many of your units.
So hard to deal with, but also really hard to pull off, it seems like. Well, I guess you can just like move command the Kree into the worker line and not worry about it anymore. Oh, a Saber goes down to the Hedgehogs, but it's almost to be expected. The Sabers are just too slow to get away from them. You really need to keep them back, but even then, the mobility of the Hedgehogs is such that they can just go around the back.
Round the outside. Like the trailer park girls.
All the trailer park girls go around the outside,
Exactly.
around the outside. Did they just kill
one of them
defenseless chicken?
No,
Innocent chicken?
It was the
lost.
cabbage. It was the cabbage.
Oh, it's okay.
Cabbages don't have feelings.
That's right.
So you can
They just have cranberry sauce.
Yeah. Okay, so the Hedgehogs did clean some. Oh wait, there are more Kree. So I think the defense is okay. in terms of army on army, but there's just been so much eco damage. Like, these Kree are just focusing farms now, or supply depots, habitats.
Yeah.
Oh, and
It's
so many weak hedgehogs immediately get taken out.
really cool Kree play from ARMA.
Yeah.
It's gonna be such a pain to like get that eco back online just because of how long it takes Bobs to get back.
Right, for Vanguard, that's almost the worst, because
Yeah.
they have no way to really boost that production. And I mean, I don't think there's any Bobs left on the map. Oh, here there are. Here there are.
I was gonna say, if there's no Bobs left on the map and he's only got, you know, at the time he only had like 20 Luminite left, that's a
Yeah.
rough spot to be in. So yeah, now ARMA's way ahead in terms of eco, definitely ahead in terms of supply. I think he can just sit back a little bit, but then again, I'm more of a went ahead, get more ahead kind of person.
Right.
But I don't know that ARMA can finish the game right now. I think sitting back and teching up and rebuilding his army might be his only option. But jotormgayt, I think, might be in a bit of an all-in situation. He either needs to go and do damage, or I think that's his only option, is go forth and do damage, because you know that you're behind in terms of eco. Even if ARMA was on 3 arrays, he would be ahead in eco right now, but he's on 6.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a dire situation here for jotormgayt.
Yeah, I do think that ARMA here is just, like you said, trying to say, okay, I've got you down. I just need to build up a little bit of a force and finish you off. These hedgehogs are staying at home, so they need to get out and deny an array or two.
Yeah.
Because otherwise ARMA's just going to be out of control.
Maybe his thought process is that he wants to go out and get as many creep camps as he can, just to get the some more Luminite flow into his coffers. But no, that army's sticking around inside of the health camp, just chilling.
Yeah, and you are right. That could supplement his income while he's trying to get his Bobs up.
Yeah, he needs to do something with that army.
And he looks like producing more Vulcans.
Yeah.
So,
do we know what ARMA's building back at his base? I'm guessing he's
Cabals,
at tier 3 by now.
We got Cabals.
Yeah, a lot of Cabals,
on the way.
Sabers.
Don't show me what upgrades they have, but we do have Radiant Fury from the Krees coming up. These are the tier 3 ones, and the Longshot module for the Argent. So might be just waiting for those tier 3 upgrades, and then says, okay, let me push in with a better sort of mix.
Yeah, and then just drown him in blood of tier 1 units.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, he was going for the
was
going for the Goku beam.
Exactly. He was trying to do that Fate Send laser beam in your face bit, and he decides to, hey, still gonna do it.
Yeah, pretends to get chased off. Spellcasters face tanking Vulcans.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't like to see that. Oh no.
No, definitely not.
And the hedgehogs managed to get on top of the sabers too. Wow. Not good. This is actually really bad.
The Archangel though, look at the Archangel just going to work on those Bobs in the on that Luminite mine.
Oh, I didn't see him. Right over here. I didn't see the Archangel. And then what's going on here? Oh.
Wait, on the
giant laser beam on the mech bay. Oh, it just gets the mech bay.
That was a nice catch. None of those nodes are strike or blast. I think they need to be.
Archangel is tanking on the Vulcans, and that looks like that's going to be a GG.
Yeah,
if I can read my Korean, and I cannot.
Ruination. I love this map. I love how the morph cores look like disco balls.
Oh, they got extra light effects. There we go. Okay, so here we are in game number 2. ARMA winning that first scrappy match with his Kree play in the blue Celestial this time. And jotormgayt in the red Vanguard up on the top left, as you mentioned, of Ruination.
So when you look at the minimap, and you blur your eyes a little bit, do you see the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past map on the minimap Ruination?
Um, no.
No, with the castle in the center and like
I'm
there's the
too
rest of
old.
the.
I'm too old. My is the
Too
original
old for Super
NES.
Nintendo?
I probably have the original map of Zelda memorized in my head somewhere. Like, put me in front of it, I could go do it. But the Super Nintendo version, I'm not sure if I have that one memorized.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Although
Oh,
they
so
are
you
pretty
played like on the
similar, right?
NES?
Yeah.
Oh man, that is OG. I remember
Mm-hmm.
playing that. Um, I remember never finishing it though because that was one of those games. That was back when like you didn't know if you were going to finish a game, and you only had 3 lives. And if you ran out, you start at 0. Like there were no checkpoints. It was gaming back in the day was so unforgiving.
If your friend at school didn't have an older brother who knew where all the secrets were, you're out of luck.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
no Googling. You had to wait for the Nintendo Power magazine to show up. My mom wouldn't buy me
Dude.
those.
Dude, Nintendo Power. What a
Ooh.
call.
We got some Sovereign's Watch creeping here from ARMA. This is some advanced play, taking the collection array here so that he could create these power banks and then creep with his Sovereign's Watch. No longer
He's got his
can
arc ship here too. I wonder if he's just wanting to be really extra super stealthy, or what the what's up with bringing the
Good
arc ship
call.
along with.
He didn't need it
It's
here,
probably just
but you're
cranking
right.
out more morph cores.
Yeah.
It might be to reduce the travel distance that the morph cores have to go once they're built.
True. It also might be because this is where his prime creation array is, and he might want it near his army.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's see, he's got this array. He's taken these 2, and he's got a morph core ready for his 4th. So still being pretty aggressive with the eco.
Yeah. Which is good because we see a fast expand coming out of ARMA, who's getting both Therium and Luminite. That's a lot of workers on the Therium too.
Yes, and
Excuse me.
Oh, but it's only on the low ground. No, none on the Therium on the high ground. I wonder what that's about.
I don't know. Neither of the 2 patches are have enriched Therium on it, so I honestly couldn't tell you.
Mm-hmm. Now look at this. Jotormgate creeping the health cap in the pocket of ARMA. Now ARMA's pretty much moved his base somewhere else, but
Yeah. Creeping with the dogs.
yeah. And now is he going to be aggressive?
So he's got both health camps, which is going to be great for his sustainability. Oh, and he just plops down the
Guardian Nexus.
plops down the creep building. Yeah, the Guardian Nexus right in his face. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I ran through like the entire roster of Celestial buildings in my head. I'm like, no, it's not an Ascension Matrix. No, it's not a Legion Hall.
It's the only one that my brain actually has up at the top is Guardian Nexus. Those other ones I'm like, what was that one called again? And some of the Vanguard ones are confusing just because their names are so similar to Terran names.
Yeah.
That I'm like, what? Which one is that one again? Okay, so
Yeah,
Jotormgate's
I know
got on
Vanguard usually has either a bay or a lab. If it usually ends in bay or lab. Mech
Right.
bay, hangar bay,
right?
mech lab, BK lab.
Machine Lab. PK
Yeah,
Lab.
yeah, yeah.
Only one lounge in Frank's
There's only
world.
one lounge for the Vanguard.
Yeah. So this morph core managed to get away, and
Did it? Did it though?
well, it did for a second. You're right. You
Yeah.
got it.
Rest
But-
in pastrami.
I was wondering if Jotormgate was gonna finish it off, but indeed he
Oh
did.
yeah. He's a gamer.
Yeah. Pro gamer right here. Amateur gamer. Actually, this is who's the best amateur in Korea hour. And many of these players, again, as I mentioned before, you can find them on the ladder, and they're pretty high up there. ARMA is another one that is on the leaderboard, and probably maybe top 100 is my guess, if not higher. Nice little skirmish here over the vision tower, and ARMA is forced pushing back the hedgehogs. The Speedy Cree doing the tanking, and the Argents managing to get that damage down.
I think you almost have to sacrifice that one Kree just to zone back the hedgehogs, just to buy time for either more Argents to show up or for more Kree reinforcements to show up, because going back and forth with the Kree that you do have is just taking free damage.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. It's a lot of a micro battle because the hedgehogs do want to be doing that. They want to be getting their damage on those units without taking any damage of their own. But the Kree want to like roll right on top of those hedgehogs and try and get that rollout damage.
Good use of the dog howls too, because it's 2 layers up the top of this center of the map.
Yeah.
And not like the hedgehogs would almost have to like get right in the face of all these Argents and Kree before they saw any of that, but with the dogs they actually are able to get the most out of their range.
Ooh, more Kree going down, but this is a pretty good push out. Lots of low hedgehogs. If they can get to a Repair-O-Matic, that'll be good. Oh, so many low hedgehogs.
Yeah, but now the Argents are out of energy too. They're just shooting water balloons at this point, but quantity is a quality all on its own. I think with enough water balloons, you can take care of these hedgehogs. Great job microing back those super low hedgehogs to the back line, though.
Oh, but also
with the
good
rollout
micro.
Kree, you're going to say, no, yeah.
So these Kree just trying to get on top of some of these low hedgehogs. There's dogs versus Argents here. Ooh. Little bit of move command that should have been an A move, probably.
Yeah.
And
one
actually...
of the veteran hogs goes down.
But jotormgayt... Oh, no, wait. Here comes some more Kree.
Oh, the rally. No, not the rally.
Ooh.
Does get another hedgehog.
Yeah.
Get the cabbage! No!
Oh, no. Gonnered. But the Kree, okay, so maybe we're starting to see shades of last game. Some Kree trying to get on top of the Bobs, and we do see them on top of these Bobs. A couple starting to go down, but they get refocused on the dog. Another Kree up here on some split Bobs. Look how many weak they are. Oh.
Yeah, better go after the high health one. That's,
right.
That's
ooh, nice stunt.
Oh.
Nice stunt. Oh,
Did the
no.
Vulcan used to do like a small AoE of stuns, or has it always only just stunned the one unit that it runs into?
I thought it would stun more, but actually I've never actually checked, so I do not know that. I do know one of the upgrades made it so, or one of the patches made it so you no longer had to upgrade for the stun.
Yeah.
A lot of eco damage going down again, and we might be seeing a little bit of a repeat from last game. Look at so many low Bobs. Oh my god, they're getting shredded. And jotormgayt trying to deal with this again, but every time he moves his army over here to deal with it at one spot, there's a couple other Kree somewhere else. So here's another Vulcan mowing them down. It's a nice
I think that was a bit of a
stun.
missed opportunity in that Kree fight earlier. Like the rollout had re-procced, and he used it on the dogs instead of going back for the hogs. I think he could have gotten better surface area if he'd just focused down one of the hogs in the back line. But small efficiency nitpicks, nothing huge. I think jotormgayt's doing a great job holding here, and I think ARMA's gonna have to go back to the drawing board to figure out how he's gonna crack these bases.
I thought for a second there this was an all-in, but no, it's just the huggy force. Giving hugs to all the hedgies until they're back up to full.
Hog hugs. Oh, he salvaged something.
Yes. Oh, okay. For a second I thought the Bobs were coming for the walk, but no, we got 4 Vulcans and a bunch of hedgies.
Honestly, though, bringing Bobs along for a fight and then just like anchoring with Vulcans is so good. It is supremely good.
Oh yeah. With a quick little repair-matic, like you mentioned in an earlier match, right? We just
E with a repair-matic, or even just like straight up sitting in the back line, hugging it out with the
with
Vulcans,
the
because
Vulcan, yeah.
then the Argents are forced to move forward to target down the Bobs, and as they move forward, the Vulcans do more AOE.
So here we have jotormgayt trying to put some damage down. We got a Sarvan's Watch, but these are Vulcans and they're pretty tanky.
Yeah, they say, thanks for the tickles. I'll take 2 of your... Oh, we do
Ooh.
see a flank coming down. Oh, and the purification coming down on these Argents.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing so much damage to the heavy units. He needs to focus down these Vulcans.
Couple Vulcans going down. We got a shield up on one of the Vulcans, keeping it alive. It's the last one alive, but all of the Argents. Yikes.
Yeah, that was the entire Celestial Force. And now, ARMA is down 52 to supply to 81, and he's in red power, so any reinforcements that he does build are going to be coming out very slowly. Oh, negative 33. Yeah, every single power bank that falls is just adding to this power deficit. So these there are a fair number of Kree out that are going to try to bully back these hedgehogs.
A lot of
And he
hedgehogs
nearly
getting
managed to get them
cornered.
into a corner.
Yeah.
So many of them fell.
But the Vulcan's mowing them down.
Yeah. Vulcan unit good.
Oh, but the Vulcan falls, and now it's just hedgehogs here. Sarvan's Watch chases them away. More Kree coming out. And their mission is more eco damage, it looks like. Let's see here. We got, fully saturated here. Oversaturated.
We see some hedgehogs, I think, are sieged up over at the 3 o'clock position. And they're probably going to be trying to take out this, oh no, they weren't sieged up. Now they're sieged up.
Bye-bye collection array. And this is an Arc Fortress, but it's moving out.
Yep. Check out the 11 o'clock, there's a fight.
11. Oh, yeah, good call. We've got those Kree make it into the base. And
do
now,
their little dance with the hedgehogs.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got much damage done. Oh, and the buzzsaw cannon right there is probably keeping them at a distance.
so many Bobs going down.
Yeah, there's no buzzsaw cannon here, and these Bobs are just like wheat to the scythe. And I guess that that sentry post with nothing inside is trying to get something done, but
Here comes some Vulcans.
Big Daddy Vulcan's gonna show up and say, "Don't ever speak to me or my son again."
Oh, huge explosions.
Yeah, the explosions are getting great connections there, and
Buzzsaw
probably what
turret.
used to be a full. Yeah, the buzzsaw turret's just so good. But you know what else is good? Exploding Kree inside of your opponent's border line. Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful
more going
connections.
down.
Woo!
I wonder if they got that tier 3. Oh no. Archangels. Thought the Kree were bad. Oh. So this Archangel chills here while the other one goes to the main. More dead Bobs.
Does meteor smash. Starts doing damage with his bonk stick.
Back up into the air. It's Kree over here too. So much harass coming out of ARMA.
I think he's doing a really good job. I think jotormgayt's doing a really good job of keeping his Vulcans at the front. Normally they are more of a backline anchor unit, but knowing that they're so, like, the composition is so Kree heavy, and the Kree don't do well against heavily armored units, like, it just makes sense to keep the Vulcans at the front.
Right, and on top
And they're
of
super
which,
tanky, so, like, why wouldn't you?
they got those guns that will melt the Kree too, so they're basically just daring the Kree to charge up on them.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting that neither side has taken the chicken prizes in this game.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder if it's just not worth the opportunity cost of, like, doing damage to your opponent. Like, is 15 Luminite really worth it?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
not.
but
You know, I agree. We see high level players in America and Europe though, kind of taking that early on. I don't know how much benefit you really get from the 15 Luminite.
yeah. All right, 3 Archangels
3
out.
Archangels.
Wreck face against all these hedgehogs if they can get good connections. Oh,
Trying to stay alive. Arc ship here trying to help out.
purification goes down, and I think the arc ship will help out. Yeah, having health
Oh,
regen on archangels. Oh, one of
one
them
of them goes
falls
down.
on the ground in the sky.
Oh my goodness. These two Vulcans, this might be it. That
Yeah.
the Archangels, especially if they can go back and get some of that healing love from the Arc ship.
Now that's a cinematic I want to watch. I want to watch an archangel using his bonk stick against a Vulcan. That would make for a cool cinematic clip.
Nice, yeah. So they're chilling. Where's our Arc ship? Get that Arc ship healing them up. Oh, what's going on here? That Arc Fortress decided to come and use its super laser beam. And there's blast nodes up here. That's not good news. And blast nodes, once they've targeted you, they will fire you all the way across the map, even if you're a speedy hedgehog like this. Some pretty good micro there. So that the blast node only hits a single hedgehog at a time. Ooh, two going down there. And the Arc Fortress is in retreat. And again, ooh, over saturated, under saturated, and we got 8 here. But we've never moved up to a 4th base, and yeah, fully saturated. So we're up to maybe 5 or 6 kind of bases here for ARMA.
Yeah. And I want to say the bases for George Stormgate probably are getting low. He needs to either expand or do
Yeah.
more damage to his opponent's eco, because the game's been going for almost 18 minutes now, and yeah, I mean the Luminite isn't infinite at these mines. Not to mention the eco advantage that Celestial has at the higher tiers. Holy Luminite though. Speaking of
Oh, good
Celestial
call.
advantages.
Yeah. And okay, we've got another small army made for Jotormgate, but with just the Archangels above look like they could deal with it.
Yeah.
A 5th one flying in behind. So they siege up. Okay, that's good. But then if they're sieged up, all you need is a bunch of meteor strikes and they're gone.
Yeah. Woo!
Ooh, and these are upgraded.
Connection.
Look at all that AoE damage.
Yeah. Whoa!
That's GG.
Again.